But in making these changes, you still need those experienced longtime workers until they're ready to retire. They're still there.
Right.
Those that are there are there. Do any of these culture shift directions, does that run the risk of souring things for your veteran team?
No, because the thing is that when you take a look at ways to take advantage of that experience, because a lot of times in manufacturing, you have the more tenured workers saying, well, why should I be friends with these newbies? I mean, they're just going to be gone in 6 weeks anyway. What if you took that person under your arm? What if you developed a friendship, and you look for ways to have like that mentoring mentee relationship? Because a lot of times you have reverse mentoring. The person who is the mentee that comes in can actually teach, and let's just say Gen Z and Boomer, so that Boomer has all the knowledge, the experience, they've been there for 20 years, they know the history of the company. This new kid coming in, sees the world differently because that's the way that that person was raised. But you put the two of them together, and not only does this Gen Z get to learn, oh, this is how the company founded. Oh, this is why, that history behind it. But they can they can also come to an understanding, and a lot of it is bonding over things like music, of getting people together who would not naturally gravitate towards each other, and having those relationships, because now that Boomer is feeling more relevant. I remember several years ago when my husband started reporting for the first time in his job to two people who were younger than him. And it was really tough. He was feeling irrelevant. And so now it's just, we realize that figuring out ways to have those relationships. And the other thing too is that we need to start changing the conversation with parents, with guidance counselors in the schools, that manufacturing, that tech, that a career in industry is a great way to make a living, great benefits, and a great way to do that, because too many times parents will say, oh, well, I want my kids to have a better life than me, so they're going to go to college, and they go and come out, $100,000 in student loan debt with something that they're not going to enjoy. So we change the conversation and make it okay, and start making manufacturing sexy again to bring people in. Because when I was in the welding industry, it was everything your mother ever warned you about. It was dark, dirty, and dangerous, and now I go into, I go into these shops, and it's like, it's clean, it's bright, it's cool. And a lot of people still have the vision of manufacturing that it was 20 years ago, not what it is today. And we need to change that conversation.